sometimes you see teams in the postseason, which is the Olympics to me happen to be, and they'll have a great year, and struggle in the postseason. She's been one of those that has had some Olympic moments.
She won in Sochi in 2014. That was her big one.
But she hasn't, since 12 years later, she's won all these World Cups left and right. And you even saw early in this Olympics, Johnson goes out, skis the downhill, puts them in first place. It should be a lock with her skiing the slalom. And they don't medal because she didn't have one of her best runs. You're like, well, here she goes again. Nope, today she went out and won the gold medal. Right? And she's won. In the World Cup circuit, she had won 7 out of 9 slaloms this season. I remember that stat from last week.
She's one of the more decorated slalom skiers pretty much ever.
It's unbelievable. She's great. But when she gets to the Super Bowl, it's been like the Buffalo Bills. It's like, okay. The Olympic Games have been. I was thrilled for her, but because I mentioned this yesterday. This is not NBC's fault. NBC needs to promote as many individuals as possible.
Yes.
And they can't control whether the individual comes through or not. And look, the pressure on these young people.
I know the Ilya Malinin talked about a little bit, the quad god who in the
he's a big reason
figure skating.
And he's a big reason why they won the team gold.
Yeah.
Okay,
huge reason.
Yeah.
And then he talked about, he was like, I came in for the Seoul Olympics and there was a lot of people sliding during the figure skating. He was one of them who slipped. He didn't end up placing, even though he was kind of like the favorite coming in.
Well, he was in first place after the short program. He finished 8th.
And it was kind of like he needs to slip for him to not win, and then he fully slips because issues.
You saw Amber Glenn. She missed an element last night, and she was in tears. She's 13th.
Yeah.
The problem. What's great about the Olympics and the problem with the Olympics for the athletes is that it's only once every 4 years. It's not as if every year the World Championship takes place. Okay.
Yeah, but
so you got it's hard waiting a year. Imagine waiting 4. And Amber Glenn's 26. There's not going to be, she will not be in the 2030 Olympics. She'll be 30 years old. And she, at that point, she's past. In all likelihood, has passed her the possibility of competing. Mikaela Shiffrin has been able to go 12 years between gold medals, and because she's a remarkable athlete and she's overcome injuries. All these people have injuries.
Yeah,
they're all hurt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's like you're competing in competitions to get here, but the competitions run up to the tournament, and then
hurt.
Yeah,
right?
It's like
the winners are all hurt.
I hear it constantly where it's talked about like in the playoffs, and it's like, oh, this team is so fresh, they're so healthy. No, they're not. I guarantee like only the biggest injuries are reported by teams. Well, of course, when you're talking about the injury report, every single player in like the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals, they're all hurt to some extent. Like everybody's banged up all the time because it's a grueling thing playing a sport.
That's what I talk about all the time. I've mostly talked about it in football, but I talk about it in basketball now as well. Like you get to a certain point in the season, every single person out there is banged up.
Yeah, bruises all over you, scratches, nicks, everything.
You may be sore, you may be tired, okay, or you may, you had to overcome an ankle, you got to overcome a knee twist, you got to overcome a shoulder problem, something, and they're all like that right now, trying to fight their way through it. But in the Olympic Games, these people are. There's pressure on some families, from some families. And some are like, hey, we're just thrilled you're here. We're just here to support you. Then there are others where there's pressure. Okay? There's pressure from the agent. There's pressure from the coach. There's pressure from the sponsors. You're beholden to the sponsors. You don't just go there to perform at the Olympics in Milan-Cortina. You also have to go to sponsor get-togethers. I mean, part of the reason you're there is their money. Okay? But you still have to carve out the time to do it, right? Instead of concentrating on what you should be doing. But that is the way of the world. But that's all this pressure mounts into one, and you're the one that has to go out there in 3-4 minutes, seconds.
You have 2 runs. Go and do it.
Right?
Like,
Mike Rhodes and I were watching ski jumping last night. All right. It's like watching these people fly down the hill. I said, if it were me, I'd be the guy in Wide World of Sports, like that tumbles off.
And if there's one bad day where there's a little extra wind, like it knocks you off. I know a lot of the slalom athletes, like I think half of the field, I don't remember if it was men's or women's, half the field was eliminated because they all fell and missed one of the entries because it had been a fresh snow day where it snowed and it was all fresh and powdery and they couldn't see the line they needed to, and they all slipped and fell. It's just like it is literally every inch matters. Every second you're doing these things, and you have 2 shots to do it.
Look at the men's slalom. The leader from Norway lost his grandfather a couple of weeks ago. Tough, really tough. Decides to ski first after the first run, and then missed a gate, and just takes his poles, throws it over the hay bales, turns, goes through the fence on the other side, goes by the edge as far as you can go over, and just lays down. Hey, like painful. Painful. You invest all that time, energy. I mean, Lindsey Vonn. Lindsey Vonn's 13 seconds into
30 seconds into her run after tearing her ACL a week earlier to still try and compete. She's still doing it. And then her pole hits a post and she twists and breaks her leg. Like,
I mean, and she's already had multiple surgeries. She's not done on the surgery trail.
No.
And 13 seconds, it's done. Okay. And there's very little tolerance for not winning these days. Very little tolerance. I always make the running joke, though. I went, hey, silver, bronze, you don't win a silver. You finished in second place, right? But it's great they give out the medals like that. But there's a reality to it. You won silver. Well, actually, you didn't win it. You got it. You got silver. Okay, you didn't win it. Okay, like the bronze medal game in hockey, you do win the bronze because you won the. If you lose the game, you get nothing. But there's very little tolerance these days. Everything's an excuse when something doesn't go right. You have an entire culture out there that does not accept explanations. Okay, there's a big difference between explanations and excuses. And there's a segment of the population out there that doesn't think there's an explanation on the face of the earth. It's always an excuse. Right? Those are the people I have extremely little tolerance for. Like, okay, do you have any reasoning in there? Right? It's okay. Look, you can tell when somebody's making an excuse, and then there's an explanation for something. All right. Like Lindsey Vonn explained what happened. I cut it close. My pole hit. That's not her making an excuse. She explained what happened. That's an explanation. She didn't say because of that darn gate being there, my pole being there. No, that's an excuse. She explained pole hit gate. That's what happened. Okay. And when you're trying to gain tenths. You're trying to gain tenths, you're going to cut that close. Of course you will. Right? So what happened the other day? We were talking about the skier from Norway. Right? He was cutting it close, and all of a sudden, boom, he missed it on the outside instead of going inside. Okay. That's how tight all of this is. Very, very tight.
Yes.
But So I'm thrilled for Mikaela Shiffrin.
Yes.
I mean, that's
Thrilled for her.
Yeah, no, goes out there, gets it done. Right? I mean, she's been the best in the world in that pursuit for a dozen years now. And yet, in the last 2 Olympics, there's been no payoff.
Yeah.
Well, today there's the payoff, and
Now,
she is the golden girl today.
She's able to bookend it. So one at the start, one at the
Good
end.
for her. Thanks for listening to Sports Talk with Steve Jones. Catch the latest from me on the 7 Mountain Sports YouTube page. Find clips of the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by searching up 7 Mountain Sports.